Hello there. Well, hello, beautiful. Hey, welcome back to Fandom Fights. Nick, how are you doing? I'm Tim. That's Nick. Hey, how's it going?
You're Tim. I'm Nick. I think some people aren't sure, but
Tim, Nick, Tim, Nick.
Doing well, Tim, and I am excited because I think we've got a good matchup today.
Yeah, these guys have played before, right?
No,
really? I feel like it's happened, but maybe not. I'm excited.
So.
It's the return of Kaleb Koho. Not excited about that, but I am looking forward to seeing what he does upon his return. Did he take a whole year off?
He played in Last One Standing last year and then played in again this year, so yeah.
It honestly hasn't felt like that long, so props to him, because for other people, it did feel like a long time. Like for Redshaw, I was like, oh, I haven't seen Redshaw in so long. But with Koho, I'm like, I feel like maybe it's just because I see him on the multiplexes in general still. But Mark, he's playing Mark, and Mark's been here for a while, and Mark's killing it. I think Mark does great every time he shows up. Even in his losses, he has really good games. He inspires mustaches around the world. Nick, your thoughts?
I agree. My mustache today.
Okay. Great promos. Let's do it.
Fandom Fights! I am back. It feels great. I'm so excited to be here. I took a whole year off. I'm rested. I'm recharged. Last time I was here in a match, I was a champion. And now I'm back at the bottom. And it's going to be fun to try and come and climb my way back. But I told you all, keep an eye over your shoulder because you never knew when I was coming back. And I'm here. And I'm not the same player as I was before. I am putting in a lot of work. And I am excited to see what I can do in the new league because I feel like a totally new player. No hair, facial hair, and no belt. That's going to change by the end of the year. Two of these things might also change. Mark, you're great. Let's play.
Okay. Yeah, it was a little weird because I honestly felt like I had a pretty good season last year. It also didn't feel like I played a ton last year. But I think I've only played Koho in teams. We played once Manhattan Project. I think it's been interesting. I've spent a lot of time, I think, kind of navigating and not playing Koho, and I think this is probably the year where we'll play each other like 8 times. Probably what's meant to happen. But the crown looks a little weird without any hair, but we'll get through it. All right.
I don't know, man.
I did give the over-under at a year as to when Koho couldn't resist coming back, so I guess we're right about that.
That's true. I was just like, I saw him before the match started, but I didn't really let it sink in until the promo with the no hair and the mustache and the whole shebang. He says he's a new player. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited. Mm-hmm. If he shows up and like it proves that, that's exciting. Mark, on the other hand, I agree. I think that Mark had a great season last year, and he says he didn't feel like he played a lot. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but I'm excited that he's here now. Nick, any thoughts on the promos yourself?
Nope.
Round 1, how's it going to work?
Round number 1 is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions that are on a Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions? Begin to round number 1.
Yeah.
Great. Your first question comes in the category of Marvel. The question is, Dave's friend Marty goes by what hero name in Kick-Ass 2?
I watched
Do you
this.
kick ass?
No.
I kick ass too.
I watched this yesterday for some random reason.
Yeah, you told me that. That's very
Yeah.
strange.
5.
So
Four.
threw on the
One.
fourth Terminator yesterday.
Hands down. Let's go to Caleb.
Ass kicker.
And Mark.
Battle guy.
Battle guy is correct. So Mark will take the early 1-0 lead. Your next question is in the category of sci-fi icons. Which sci-fi icons film features characters hijacking a train to San Francisco?
Ass kicker, I believe, is the other friend. You would know. You just watched this.
I don't remember. I'm not studying for trivia. I just had the movie on. I believe that's correct, though. That sounds right. Because his whole shtick is that he's like,
yeah,
and he has like the yellow scuba suit thing. Yeah, so that I believe that's correct. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Mark.
It's a Terminator Salvation.
And Koho.
The Future Part 3.
Back to the Future Part 3 is correct. So we are all tied up 1-1. Nick, what is next?
Third question comes in the category of YA. In Divergent, who tells Triss that anyone that does not meet the levels required for Dauntless will become factionless?
Do you think you would be Dauntless?
I
I think you could pull it off, but I think you've got erudite vibes as well.
I think Divergent.
Oh, you got them all.
I don't want to be just one thing.
Fuck off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Koho.
4.
And Mark.
Good man, this guy's name. It's like Chris.
We were looking for Eric. So your next question is in the category of epic adventures. Who plays Will Turner's son Henry in Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales? Once, I think it was in my best performance in a title match. We were playing a team's title match, and I was asked, what is the name of Will Turner's son in this movie? And it was the only question I missed in that round.
I got it, though.
To die. I think you were the only one to get it.
And I had no idea.
Yeah, it was hilarious. It was one of those moments where we were like, shut the fuck up. And yeah, it was great.
Pretty much.
I think we were playing Maggie and Tyler, I want to say.
Yep. It's all coming back.
Pens down. Yeah, it was good times. Let's go to Mark.
I said Brenton Thwaites.
And Koho.
Brendan Thwaites.
Brenton Thwaites is correct. 2-2. Next question is coming to you from Nick.
It's the category of mixed bag.
Mixed.
Could be anything. Your question is, how many DreamWorks films feature the character Fish Legs?
Your thoughts on legs?
Useful.
Correct.
Your thoughts on fish?
I actually really like fish. Like, I'll eat anything.
What's your favorite type? I'm a big
salmon. Cod.
Cod's good. I like salmon.
Like baked or fried cod, but yeah, salmon's great. Shrimp. I'm also if I'm going fancy, I get catfish. Yeah.
Really? Oh, I've never had catfish.
Like a good fried cat or a good baked catfish. Yeah, amen. Let's go to I think we're to Koho on this one.
In Minnesota, we like walleye. 3.
Walleye's good as well. I enjoy that as well. Mark.
3.
3 is correct. Your next question is going to come in the category of criminal underworld. The question is, what Fast and Furious film features a race in which the winner would supposedly win the girlfriend of one of the racers? What'd you have for dinner? Was it fish?
No, but there is a fish in the fridge waiting to be baked, probably tomorrow.
I had salmon last night.
I'm having salmon tomorrow.
Nice.
We had stuffed peppers.
Nice.
Yep. We hit Costco and we got all those like meals in the back.
Those stuffed peppers oh my God. You know what they have that's really we'll move on. Hang on. We'll get there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, pens down. I'm going to Costco tomorrow. Let's go to Mark.
Tokyo Drift.
And Koho.
The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift is correct. So 4-4. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, what's next?
Next question comes in the category of the worlds of DC. What type of food does the alternate version of Batman use to explain the concept of time travel to both Barry Allens while at Wayne Manor in The Flash? I make my own stuffed peppers.
Maggie does too. Have you
And
ever had the mac and cheese from
yes.
Costco?
The mac and cheese, I highly recommend the chicken Alfredo.
Nice.
That's a good one. We get the street tacos. Anna really likes the street tacos.
I have not had those.
They're pretty good.
4, 3,
recommend.
Really hard to mess up.
1, pens down. Let's go to Caleb. And Mark. Spaghetti is correct. 5-5. Your next question is in the category of DC, regular DC. What power does the character Skinner possess in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? I was gonna say I didn't, and then I said mac and cheese, which is also a pasta, but I didn't want to talk about pasta. But the thing from
I didn't even put it together.
Yeah, well, it was until I said mac and cheese. But the thing from Costco, they have a ravioli lasagna. So it's like a baked thing you put in the oven, and it's like a lasagna, but then there's like stuffed cheese ravioli in it. Have you had that from Costco?
Not from Costco, but Anna's mom made that like from spring.
We were just talking. Yeah, we talked about that. Oh, it's so good, so good. 5, 4, 3.
We should keep this going.
1, pens down. The pasta, yeah. Food, yeah. Mark, let's go to you.
Invisibility.
And Koho.
Invisibility.
Invisibility is correct. We are staying tied 6-6. What's next, Nick?
Your penultimate question comes in the category of Star Wars. Who plays Zori in Star Wars Episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker?
I don't have much more Costco food talk other than I guess the hot dogs you could get at the like the food court. Those are good.
Thing about and they like don't change the price, so it's like always.
Yeah, they're like $1.50, right? You get that in a drink for $1.50. And it's a big doggy too.
That's what I hear. Yeah.
You've not had it?
Nah.
Oh, treat yourself.
Usually that line's kind of long, and by the time I don't like shopping, so by the time we're done, I'm like, can we just go?
They're very quick. I go there first, so I have a dog while I'm shopping.
That makes sense.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to Koho.
Kerry Russell.
And Mark.
I didn't get it.
Kerry Russell is correct. So Koho takes the lead 7-6. The final question is in the category of Disney animation. The question is, what is Flynn Rider's real first name in Tangled? Yeah, and then they also have the sundaes too, like frozen yogurt. Those are good too. Costco really is a magical place, isn't it?
It's a good time.
Yeah, except there's some stuff that I don't know that I would need like a big supply of.
You can make it work. Other than like fruits and vegetables and stuff that goes bad real fast.
Yeah, that's fair.
But like I'll get like the 5-pound ground beef things, and then I'll put them in little baggies and freeze them.
Yeah, that's fair. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I was just thinking like we got toothpaste. It's gonna take me 4 years to go through all that toothpaste. Let's go to Mark.
Guy.
And Koho.
Eugene
is correct. So Caleb maintains his lead, goes up to 8 to Mark's 6. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, we're going to move to round number 2. How's it going to work?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you'd like to check down to multiple choice, in which case it'll only be worth 1. And be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
On the wheel today, brought to you by WheelDecide.com, is Star Wars, MCU, Epic Adventures, American Spies, YA, Horror Icons, Sci-Fi Icons, and Jimmy B, James Bond. Caleb, you're in the lead. Do you want to spin first or defer?
I'll defer.
Okay, Mark, this is going to be your spin. And it lands on Epic Adventures.
I think it better not.
Okay. Is that a spin again then? Yeah.
Yes, a spin again.
Okay, here's your second spin. It lands on Jimmy B. James Bond. Nick, would you please go ahead and read Mark his questions in Jimmy B?
Gladly, Mark, you prepared for your questions in the category of James Bond.
Let's see.
Your first question. Nancy Sinatra sings the title song for which James Bond film?
You Only Live Twice.
That's correct for 2 points.
Tied.
Second question. What is the name of the caretaker of Skyfall in Skyfall?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Al, B, Roland, C, Kincaid, or D, Arthur?
A Kincaid.
That is correct for 1 point. And the lead.
Yes.
Mark, your third question. In Octopussy, it is revealed that Kamal Khan is secretly working with a corrupt military general from what country?
Five, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, India, B, England, C, the United States, or D, the Soviet Union?
Say India.
That is incorrect. Koho, chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, India, B, England, C, the United States, or D, the Soviet Union.
I'll say the Soviet Union.
That is correct for a 1 point steal. All right, Mark, your penultimate question in James Bond. In Tomorrow Never Dies, after escaping while handcuffed together, Lynn handcuffs Bond to a pole while the two of them are doing what activity?
Five, 4.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, shopping, B, showering, C, swimming, or D, playing chess?
Let me hear the options again.
Your options again are A, shopping, B, showering, C, swimming, D, playing chess.
Say showering.
That is correct for 1 point. And Mark, your final question. Which Sean Connery Oh, sorry.
It's just my dog's just bursting, so I was like, I don't want them to distract Mark while he's. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
All right. Mark, your final question. Which Sean Connery Bond henchman catches on fire after trying to use flaming shish kebabs to attack Bond?
Odd Job.
That is incorrect. Koho, chance for the 2 point steal.
What am I repeating?
Sorry, one more time.
Repeat.
Oh, sure. Yep, that is your first repeat. The question again. Which John Connery Bond henchman catches on fire after trying to use flaming shish kebabs to attack Bond?
Jaws.
That is also incorrect. We were looking for Mr. Kidd.
That was a bad guess.
All right. So at the end of that, I got Mark getting his total up to 10, but with the steal, Koho's at 9.
That's what I have, Tim.
Okay. So we'll bring back in the wheel. This is going to be the spin for Koho. And it lands on Epic Adventures.
I'll keep it.
Okay. I don't know what that noise was, but yes. Okay. So, Caleb, I'll be giving you your questions in Epic Adventures. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your first question. Characters have to escape insects called Siafu in which Epic Adventures film?
I'll go multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, B, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Voyage of the Dawn Treader, C, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides, or D, The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King.
A, Temple, or A, Indiana Jones.
A is correct for 1 point. And a tie game.
Okay, sorry. They literally kicked at my door again. So I'm going to put something in the way so they don't do that again.
Okay, sounds good. All right, your next question, Caleb. Who plays James Norrington in the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise?
Jack Davenport.
That is correct for 2 points and the lead. Your third question. What type of animal is Truffle Hunter in the Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian?
A badger.
That is correct for 2 points. What does Hitler do when Indiana Jones meets him in The Last Crusade?
He signs the Grail Diary.
That's correct for 2 points. And your final question in the category of Epic Adventures. Who escapes from a prison cell during Smaug's attack in The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies?
Prison cell. Which person does which? I'll go multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Alfred, B, Beaufort, C, Bard, or D, Keeley.
Bard.
Bard is correct for 1 point. All right, so a clean sweep of Epic Adventures. Koho gets his total up to 17 to Mark's 10. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right, let's go into round number 3. How's it going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get around number 3? Go, Tim.
All right, the first category you can bet points on is DC. Let's get bets starting with Mark.
2.
And Koho.
1.
Okay, your question in the category of DC. What does Bruce do that causes the public to turn on Oswald for mayor in Batman Returns? We will take a general answer. General answer.
Mayor, Tim. You going to be the mayor ever?
I don't think I could be mayor.
Why not?
You gotta be sober.
No.
That's fair. 5, 4, 3, 2,
Repeat
1.
the question.
All right, that's going to be Mark's first repeat. Question again. What does Bruce do that causes the public to turn on Oswald for mayor in Batman Returns?
Or just mayor.
What did I say?
Mirror.
Oh.
Like mirror, but
Whoops. Slip of the tongue.
Slip of the tongue, the teeth, the lips. Slip of the tongue, the teeth. I hear footsteps.
She has returned. 5.
Get out of my swamp.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Mark.
He said he plays like a candid recording of him.
And Koho.
He plays them in audio clip.
I think we can accept both of those answers.
I agree.
So that makes it 12-18, a 6-point game in favor of Koho. What's the next category, Nick?
Next category we have points on is sci-fi icons.
Let's get bets starting with Koho.
0.
And Mark.
2.
Okay, here's the stitch. Mark hits this. We move on. Mark misses. Game goes to Koho. Nick, what's the question?
Question is, what is the name of the group of Transformers led by Optimus Primal in Transformers Rise of the Beasts? There's at least one beast in your abode.
Yes, he's a very sad boy right now
You
because
told me that.
we're in the tundra.
You said he yelped and then he was sad.
He did. It was very bizarre. We were filming a match earlier tonight, and just out of nowhere, we just heard him like yelp. Maggie was working out. I was doing this, and yeah, and then but he was fine. She thinks he stepped on something and it startled him, and then he came out here and laid on the couch and was sad. 5,
Makes sense.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Koho.
I said Primal Bots.
No, Mark.
Maximals.
Maximals is correct. So it is 18-14, a 4-point game in favor of Koho. Next category you can bet points on is the worlds of DC. Let's get bets starting with Mark.
2.
And Koho.
2.
All right. Both players hit or both players miss. We're moving on to the next question. If Koho hits but Mark misses, it's over. And Koho will win. All right. The question in the category of Worlds of DC. Which Worlds of DC film features a character destroying a television after waking up in an unfamiliar place?
That'd be weird if you were like, if Koho hits and Mark misses, then Mark wins.
Yeah, that'd be strange. That would be different.
Something different.
I remember that program.
Yeah.
Those were times.
Yeah.
5, 4,
Jim.
3, 2, 1.
Get a repeat on this. Why not?
Okay, that's going to be the second repeat for Mark. Which Worlds of DC film features a character destroying a television after waking up in an unfamiliar place?
Do you ever wake up and like, him? I thought I was
Exclusively, actually, when my wife wakes me up. Yeah, it's not pretty most of the time.
sorry to hear that.
That's all right. I just get a little spooked.
Makes sense.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are going to start with Mark
Said Birds of Prey.
and Caleb.
Black Adam.
Both incorrect. We were looking for Aquaman. Atlanta throws that trident right into the TV. It is 16-12. 2 questions remaining. What is the next category, Nick?
Next category we have points on is criminal underworld.
I mean, be funny if there's a 0 on this board.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Correct.
Not from you, but just from people being stupid. I think I'm going to leave all this in. Let's go to Koho first for bets. Okay, and Mark.
Yeah, why not?
All right. Once again, here's the sitch. Mark hits. We move on to the final question. He misses. Game goes to Koho. What is the question, Nick?
Question is, who plays Ocean's member Frank Catton in the Ocean's trilogy?
Your thoughts on the ocean?
Love it.
Fucking hate it.
I need it like right there at all
No.
times.
Despise it. It is a spooky, scary place that doesn't. Nope.
You don't have to go in it. It's just gotta be like there.
Why?
I don't know.
No.
Relaxes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Koho, who bet 0.
Casey Affleck.
No. And Mark.
Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac is correct. So, 2-point game, 16-14. 1 question remaining. The category is Disney animation. Let's get that starting with Mark.
I mean, I gotta. It's 2.
Once again, people haven't before. Koho.
2.
Okay. Koho, swinging big. Let's get the question. The question in the category Disney animation is as follows. What is the name of the Robinson family robot in Meet the Robinsons? You gotta love a good.
Meta Robinson.
5. Or were they Swiss? 3.
Yeah, let's hear it one more time. We got one more.
All right, one more repeat. And the question is, what is the name of the Robinson family robot in Meet the Robinsons? I could go for one of those hot dogs right now.
Yeah, sorry. That was a great conversation.
That was good. That was good. That was one of our better banters.
I agree. Yeah, I'll get like the big bag of tortilla chips too.
3. Oh yeah. 2. 1. Pens down. Mark will go to you.
Said Kit.
And Koho.
Carl.
And your winner, Kaleb Koho. Carl was the correct answer. Nick, thoughts on the match?
Very, very good match. Obviously, round 2 very much went Koho's way and didn't go Mark's way, and it looked like it was over. This is one of the better. Had Mark pulled off the win, which he was very close to doing, it would have been one of the better like comeback matches where someone who was down by a lot came back in the end. The fact that Mark was down by what I think 8 points.
Yep, 7. I think. Yep.
7 or 8 on the first question of round 3, and we made it all the way to the last question. Shows a really great effort out of Mark. And that's not to diminish Koho's play at all, because he did fantastic in his first match back. 8 points in round 1, killing a new category. Granted, one he is very open about liking the majority of, but still a new category nonetheless. And then playing round 3, really smart. Even though Mark crept his way back up there, Koho still clinched the win. So overall, I think a really great match.
Yeah, I would agree. Let's get into post-match interviews. We will start by talking to Mark.
Mark, listen, as I just said, I think you did a really great job. I would say it's probably a case of round 2 being a dick to you and being really nice to Koho. But at the end of the day, Koho played great. You would have had to play great to beat him, and you played great just to make it all the way to the end. I hope there's some victory to find in that you weren't out of it early in round 3 based on the score difference. But at the end of the day, it didn't go the way you wanted. How are you feeling?
Fine. I mean, the epic, I guess we're going to hear those epic adventure questions, at some point. I mean, it was kind of how, excuse me. It's kind of how I thought like it was going to go. I mean, I was not super confident if I had to go epic adventures. I think I probably would have multiple choice, but I think he would have killed me with steals more if I had taken it. So it was good enough defense. And I'm just, Bond is kind of one of those categories that just kind of gets everybody. I'm really surprised it went all the way to the 5 round 3 questions. I really thought it's going to be gone at some point. And I was thinking Aquaman. Weirdly enough, for that Worlds of DC question, I just couldn't think of a reason to why that would have happened in Aquaman. So maybe just part of me, I guess, knew, but is what it is.
Absolutely, sure is. Mark, you still have a positive record. You're still a very highly ranked player. You could be going for a team's belt later this act. Who knows? So I think you have a good season ahead of you, and I don't think this is a bad note to start on. I think you showed a lot of good things in this match. If you were to come back and play again, who are you looking to play next? And this year you have to name people. You can't just be like anybody.
I mean, I've mentioned this person a couple of times, is because even though it was a couple of years ago, how I played him the first time still rubs me the wrong way. I played terribly against him the first time, and I had some key opportunities the second time, and I let it slip through. And if I get a third crack at Javi, I really, really want to beat Javi. I
That's
really,
fair.
really want to beat him.
I get it, for sure. Mark, we'll see if we can make it happen. Congratulations on a match. Very well played today. As we bring in our winner today, Mr. Kaleb Koho. Koho, fun stats for you.
Okay.
I mean, this has no shot because I'm going to follow it up with a compliment. You have the largest amount of losses of any player.
I believe it.
You also are tied for third with like the most amount of Fandom wins. This was your 28th match today. Had you lost, you would have been in an even record of 14-14, which is insane. But you pulled out the win. You brought it to a positive record at 15-13, which is crazy. You said you were coming back with a fire. I think we saw it today. We can talk about Mark's comeback, but at the end of the day, you did so well in rounds 1 and 2 that he had to make some form of a comeback, which I think proves that you played the better game today. You did very well in a new category. You're a former teams champion. Koho, is this your year?
I hope so, because I in the off season and the year off, I was like, all right, I'm gonna focus on playing general movies, and then halfway through that, I stopped doing that for the sake of that league and helping people out. I basically took a big step back from playing, and in the real 6 months that I didn't play anything, I talked to Cody. I talked to Scully, and we were like, and I was like, I'm itching to play. I want to hear Fandom questions again. But my biggest fear is coming back and not being half the player I used to be. And because I inspired someone to come back and pushed them to come back once, and it didn't work out for them. So I didn't want to do that to myself. And then I talked to Scully and Cody was like, well, if you're gonna do this, you got to put in 110. And I feel like I'm in that mode again of that I haven't been in since like 2020. Like this is like how I felt when I was prepping for like the Rizzy match and everything. I feel great. So I was worried about ring rust. I was worried about coming in here and if I could still manage a betting round on my own, if I was going to need to pull in help, if I still could like gauge like what I should do. And I definitely played that a little bit more defensively and conservatively, and maybe one aggressive swipe that I shouldn't have taken. But on the whole, I feel like it felt like riding a bike in a lot of ways. So it feels good to be back, and it feels like I'm not just riding a mountain bike like your regular old, but I feel like I'm on like a Peloton. I feel like I'm ready to race this season. So I'm excited to be here.
Good shit, Koho. We're excited to have you back. I do have a possibility of who your next opponent is. You'll be playing the winner of Jacoby Bancroft and Kaiser Huang. And I haven't announced this yet, but the winner of that will find themselves in a #1 contender match in Act 2. So you're very close to being back in the title, but your next stepping stone is Jacoby or Kaiser. Preferences, thoughts, go.
Well, I know if I play Kaiser, it'll be a 3.5-hour long match, and I'd rather not live the length of Killers of the Flower Moon. So I'd rather probably play Jacoby. I'd have more fun playing Jacoby. The last time we played was super close, so I would probably rather a fun parlay Civil War, but it'd also be really satisfying to shut up Kaiser. So I'm good either way. I'm surprised I'm that close, so it feels good.
Good to know. Well, Koho, welcome back. Fantastic performance your first time back, and we'll see you in the next one. Tim, wrap it up.
Good shit. Good shit. Kaleb played great. He deserved the win. Mark, I want to see him play Javi again. I would love to see that. That sounds fantastic. Both played great. Mark really made it a good game at the end there, catching up to Koho. I thought this was fantastic. So great job. Thank you to Mark. Thank you to Koho. Thank you to Nick for writing this one. I've been Tim. We'll see you guys next time with another great match. Until then.